Hey, Shalom, Akim. This is the brother Itazawam here from the GMS ATL Church. Want to start out giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rukakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and safety to the elect laboring around the four corners of the earth, giving all diligence to make their calling of election sure. And Shalom to the sincere sisters. As you can see, what I have here on the screen is another fat Jew imposter. And this video kind of, it kind of ticked me off just, slightly, because here it is, when people ask these so-called Jews, which they're false Jews, all right? These people come out of Amalek, all right, which was the grandson of Esau, the son of Eliphaz, all right? You're not an Israelite, all right? Let's get that through your deceitful mind. You're not an Israelite, all right? And these people are asking these so-called Jews questions concerning the 10 tribes, and they just lying out their ass, man. Bro, to put it to be quite frank and honest, man. And these people hate our heritage, man. All right. Nobody questions these people calling themselves the Israelites. Nobody tries to go up against it. Nobody tries to analyze it and dig into the history. Everybody just accepts them for who they claim to be when it's a big fat lie. But then in return, everyone wanna try to debunk and come up against us on who we are. We can't help but to be Israelites. We were born from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. That's who we are. We don't even have control over that. But everybody wants to say we not the Israelites, and everybody claims that these are the Israelites. Well, it's a big fat lie, man. And I'm gonna go into the scriptures and into the history to show that. All right. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this video, then I'm gonna go into the lesson. And Lord willing, it's edifying.
יש 10 שבטים נמצאים בעבר הסמבטיון, ככה כתוב בכמה מקומות, נהר הסמבטיון. יש נהר שככה מובא במקומות מקורות, שיש נהר
So basically this devil is saying that the 10 tribes are somewhere by the Sabbatean River outside of the Jordan River. And nobody knows who the tribes are. All right? They're in exile and nobody knows who they are. Which is a damn lie, and it can't be proven historically.
He's
saying that it's some river, imaginary river that nobody can find. Esau is all in Antarctica. He's all in the skies and the heavens and the depths of the earth. But you mean to tell me that this devil can't find some uncharted land over in the Middle East? And go beyond that river? These devils be lying, man. He talking about they say that beyond that river. Who is they? Why don't you know? This supposed to be your fucking heritage, right? These supposed to be your fellow tribesmen, all right? But you don't know.
הם שלחו אותם לגלות ומאז לא רואים אותם ומצד השני של אותו נהר הם נמצאים שם.
אתה יודע איפה הנהר הזה? אני לא...
לא, כבר דיברו על זה שזה נמצא באיזשהו מקום.
You see? Now and people will believe this shit, man. People will sit here and believe this bull crap that this devil is spewing out his mouth. They've taken our heritage, man. They've taken our culture, all right? They've perverted it. They've destroyed it, all right? They tell us we not the Israelites, all right? Vehemently tell us that we not the Israelites. And then on the other side of the spectrum, they claim to be the Israelites, but they can't even damn prove it. They got all kind of assumptions and hypotheses about them being the true Israelites, and it's false as hell. And nobody comes up against it, man. Because if you do, they want to say, "Oh, you're anti-Semitic." Nobody's anti-Semitic. First of all, it's Shemitic, but nobody's anti-Semitic because they want to do history to prove if you're the Israelites or not. And when they prove that you're not the Israelites, you can't come with the argument of them being anti-Semitic. It's a proven fact. You're okay?
אבל היה כל מיני דיבורים בכל מיני מקומות אני כבר שמעתי על זה, סמבטיון זה נקרא, וזה...
Now, where's this at in the Bible? The Sambation River. All right, where is this at? Where is this history located to where I can take a look, or where some other people can take a look? You saying they say, who is they? Who is your source of information? Nobody wants to question that, man. Everybody's going to take what this man is saying for face value. And this Jew devil is going to say one thing. You get another so-called Jew devil up here. He's going to say another thing concerning the 10 tribes. Then another one's going to say another thing concerning the 10 tribes, man. So they're not even in agreement with who the 10 tribes are. All right?
גם אומרת שיש מצווה כזאת, שיש נהר שזורק אבנים ובשבת זה שובת. ובשבת אסור לשחות, אז אנשים משם לא יכולים לעבור משם לכאן.
מה 10 השבטים הנהדרים, אומרים שכאילו היה יהודה ו... 12 שבטים, אחד זה יהודה, השני זה ישראל, והיו עוד 10 שהבבלים, לא, הסורים. כן, נכון, ראובן, אפרים, זה, מה קרה להם, לפי דעתך?
תרגו, ופצלו לזה.
אז איפה הם היום? זה מה שהם שואלים בחול.
היה נכון אחרי קורבן שני, נשארו רק שבט יהודה בתוך... שבט יהודה נשאר בתוך בית המקדש, אחרי בית המקדש שנחרב, התפזרו לחבר הארץ.
אז איפה הם היום?
הם היו בגולה, עכשיו כרגע זה קיבוץ גלויות.
You could tell they lying, man.
אתה חושב שהם עדיין כאילו קיימים כיהודים או...
טכנית, נגיד אנחנו משבט דן.
So this guy is saying the Ethiopians are from the tribe of Dan, man. You got to be kidding me, man. Well, what in the hell do the so-called white man and you Ethiopians have in common, man? What? Everybody wants to take our culture, flip it, and remix it into what they want it to be. But then when we come out and clearly prove that we're the Israelites according to the Bible, according to history and prophecy, when we prove these things that we the Israelites, everybody has a problem with it. But what does the Ethiopian man or nation and the so-called white man in Israel have in common? Are they in a joint rulership with each other? Do they help each other out? All right. Do they have same traditions and cultures embedded within their communities or society? Hell no. They're just making things up as they go, man. So, hey, that's enough of the video. If you brothers want to watch it, man, it's on Corey Gil Shuster channel. I'll put the link in the description, man. All right. So basically what happened to the 10 tribes when you do a look into history and look into the scriptures, the 10 tribes went into captivity under King Shalmaneser, all right, in the book of 2 Kings, the 18th chapter, all right, that the Israelites up under the king Hezekiah, which was the king of was the king of the north, they went into captivity under the Assyrians, which today, or I wouldn't say today, but the Assyrians come out the line of Ashur, all right. Now let's take a look at the scriptures. This is 2 Kings chapter 18 verse 9. All right. It says, and it came to pass in the 4th year of King Hezekiah, which was the 7th year of Hoshea, son of Eliah, king of Israel, that Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, came up against Samaria and besieged it. Now Samaria, which was in the northern quarters of Israel, was occupied by the northern kingdom, which today the northern kingdom would consist of Hispanics and Native Americans. All right. That was who the northern kingdom of Israel was back during this time. If you fast forward it today, they would consist of Hispanics and Native Americans. It says, and besieged it. So they came up against it. Verse 10. And at the end of 3 years, they took it, even in the 6th year of Hezekiah, that is the 9th year of Hoshea, king of Israel, Samaria was taken. And the king of Assyria did carry away Israel unto Assyria and put them in Halah in harbor by the river Gozan and in the cities of the Medes. All right. Now let's see what the river Gozan is. All right. All right, it says a cutting off. It says the Mesopotamian city on or near the middle of the Euphrates where exiled Israelites were scattered. So, brothers, remember the Euphrates. All right, this was a city off the river of the Euphrates, which meant the word Gozan, or I think it's Gawa Gawazana, if I'm not mistaken, Gawazan. All right, it was a city by the Euphrates River, and that's where King Salmanassar took the northern kingdom. All right, and he carried all of them away into captivity, as you can see right here, Assyria. All right, this is and the Assyrian dynasty was around this area. All right, in the Mesopotamian region, man. Okay, so that's what happened. It's biblical. So can you so-called white people, or you so-called Jewish people, find history that coincides with you going through this? Hell no, you can't, man. All right, you can't do it. Now, I'm gonna get back to the scriptures. All right, and teach the sincere brothers. All right. Verse 12. Now, this is why the Israelites went into captivity, and that's another thing about Yahweh Bashem Al-Shad. When he does certain things to the nation of Israel, he not only does he do things to punish the nation of Israel, he always explains why he did it. All right, because he's a just power. Now, this is why they went into captivity. Verse 12. Because they obeyed not the voice of the Lord, their power, but transgressed his covenant, and all that Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded, and would not hear them nor do them. So that is why the Israelites went into this area. All right. That is why they came roughly from around this area here. Okay. Northern areas of Israel, which was where the northern kingdom dwelt, and they got carried away unto this area. And they got put into captivity because they transgressed the covenants, all right, and the laws. All right. Now, let's look up the word Mesopotamia. All right. Ancient name for the land that lies between the Tigris and the Euphrates River, which is what you see here. This is this river here, or the upper river. This is the Tigris River, and the southern river is the Euphrates River. Okay, and that Euphrates River, it leaks out. Let me see what this is here. 1 second. This river, or this body of water, just to make sure it's right. Okay, let's see what this body of water is here. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let's look and see what this body of water is, man. I just type it in. Salaki. Let's see what this body of water is here. Persian Gulf. Okay, so that body of water goes into the Persian Gulf. All right, and then you go into, I think this is called the Strait of Hormuz. Then it goes out into the Gulf of Oman, and then you're out into the Indian Ocean. All right, or the Arabian Sea. All right, and you come up on the the eastern coast of Africa. All right, the Euphrates is here. All right, you come down, you come into the Persian Gulf, you come out into the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean, and on the eastern coast of Africa. Now let's take a look at the scriptures. Oh, so like I'm gonna go back to the etymology. All right, now it says Mesopotamia, ancient name for the land that lies between the Tigris and the Euphrates. All right, it says from Greek Mesopotamia, literally a country between two rivers. Potamus River, middle of the rivers. That's what Mesopotamia means, the middle of the river. And that was where the Israelites were carried into captivity under King Shalmaneser. All right. Now let's go into 2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 40. All right. It says, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king. All right. Who Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive. All right. So that scripture right here coincides with 2 Kings, which validates what Ezra is writing here. All right. It says, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land, which that land was in between. When he carried them over the waters, that was over the Euphrates River. All right. And they were in between the Euphrates and the Tigris River. That was where the 10 tribes, which are Hispanics and Native American Indians, were held in captivity during that time under the Assyrians, which the Assyrians go back to the line of Ashur, which Ashur was the brother of Elam, and well, he was I think he was the second or third son of Shem, if I'm not mistaken. All right, now continuing, it says, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land. But they took counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a country where never mankind dwelt. And what is that country? All right. Fast forward in this country. This is North, Central, and South America. All right. And I'm going to show you how they got over to the Americas. All right. It says that they might keep their statues which they never kept in their own land. Yeah, because they were worshiping Baal and all kind of other damn demons over there. That's why their asses got put into captivity. Unto this day, man. All right. It says, but they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statues which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. Going back, the Euphrates River. All right. They entered into the Euphrates. Okay, let's go over here. Let's find the Euphrates. Euphrates River travels all the way down here, goes into the Persian Gulf. This is the route that the Northern Kingdom took. All right, they came into the Persian Gulf. All right, came out over here on the eastern coast of Africa, traveled down under, they went under Africa. All right, came out under these waters here and came over to the Americas. All right, it says, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. For the Most High showed them For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the floods till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of 1.5 years, and the same region is called Arsarit. All right, so that's where they went. They went to America. All right, which Apostle Tahar did a video on this a little bit over 1 year ago, going into Arsarit and things of that nature. All right. So that's the route that they took. And that goes to show you the mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua as well, because they was doing all this transgressing and sinning over here in the ancient world, in the homeland, and the Lord still held still the floods. All right, the waters were still calm and collected so that they could travel through these waters, which are some very turbulent waters. This is where a lot of hurricanes come from off the western coast of Africa and these areas. A lot of hurricanes are a lot of storm and violent waves are in this area. But the Lord held still the flood after they had done all that wickedness, man. They go to show you the mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But that's another topic, okay? And that's the history behind it, man. The bull crap that these guys is talking. I didn't even watch the whole video, but the madness that they talking about is not scriptural. They can't prove it historically or scripturally. They just running their damn mouth. And they don't even keep the ancient customs of the Israelites, but you claim to be the Israelites. All right. So let me get another scripture. You know, the scriptures speak about the despisers of the Lord's heritage, man. Let's see. I think it's in Psalms. Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to find this scripture. What the Lord said that they despisers of his heritage, man. But if not, I can get one in Micah, the 2nd chapter. But I wanted to find that. All right, but I'll just start with this one. This is Micah 2:2. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And that is what these people are doing. They're taking our heritage and basically, you know, saying that we not who we are, which is a damn lie. And we can prove it. We've been proving it for years. All right, starting with Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab, and the rest, and Apostle Ricard and the rest of the elders. They've been showing without a shadow of a doubt that the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites. All right, all the way down to where, you know, the apostles and elders, they can name the tribes, who the tribes are today. You can't name the tribes, and you people are in your power. You are in the power seat. You so-called Jewish people. You in the power seat. You know. So how don't you know this history? How don't your people know this history? And you in the power seat. Here we are. We in captivity. We being oppressed. We being you know, shitted on, for lack of better words. And we still can break down who the tribe of Judah is, who the tribe of Ephraim is, who the tribe of Reuben is. But you in your power seat, you don't even have anyone over you to oppress you, and you don't know the answers. All right, that go to show you that these devils are lying, man. I got to find this scripture real quick before I close out, if I could, man. All right, let me see. Let me see. But if not, then, you know, I don't know where it's at. But anyway, you know, with that, you know, I'm gonna close out giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and safety to the elect, man. Shalom.